MeMe's Kitchen on this wonderful Monday, and y'all, it's raining, and you know what? I'm thankful because we put out some grass seed, so we've been having to water, so now we won't have to water. Y'all, today we are going to be making something called squash fritters. Now, in Sunday lunch at MeMe's, there is a recipe in here for squash fritters using raw squash. Well, we're not going to do that today. I had squash left over from Sunday lunch yesterday, so they're already cooked with the onions and everything. So we're going to use those to make our squash fritters today. First thing I did was I drained these because squash have a good bit of liquid in them. So what I've measured out is 2 cups of cooked squash.
And onions.
Huh?
And onions.
And onions. Thank you, KK. All right. And so kind of the rule of thumb that you use for every cup of cooked squash, you use 1 egg in these fritters. So we'll be using 2 eggs because we have 2 cups of squash here. So the first thing we're going to do is beat our eggs up. We'll beat 2 eggs. Eggland's best. They are wonderful. And y'all would just go take those and just beat them up. So we're going to put now our squash in our bowl. All right, okay, we're going to put the eggs in there. Then we're going to blend those together and let them get acquainted with one another. Those are nice and well blended. So what we're going to add is flour. Now, this is self-rising flour. Y'all, I'm not going to measure it because what we're going to try to do is get this to the consistency that we need. So, all right, my scoop here, that is probably a 1/2 cup of flour. Maybe 3/4 of a cup. So what we'll do, we're going to blend that in, and then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, that just helps it to rise a little easier. Okay, while I finish the mixture over there, I'm going to go ahead and pour my oil in my pan. And y'all just use vegetable oil. And you really just cover the bottom of the pan. Now, you don't want a whole lot of oil in there because these will absorb that oil. And I put mine on, you put it on kind of like a medium-high heat. You don't want to cook them real fast. So mine says 7. All right, let's look at these now. Okay, the way you want to find if they're ready is it needs to drop kind of like the drop biscuits that we do. So I'll tell you, we're going to put a little bit more in here. That's probably, what you say, about a 1/2 cup, KK? Maybe.
Why are you asking me?
Yeah. KK's my non-cooker. That's okay. She does a great job with the videos. So we go forgive her for not cooking. All right. We'll just mix these. All right, y'all. That is really getting to the consistency that we wanted. Because when we drop them in the grease, we just want them to kind of stay together as a patty. Y'all, that squash already had salt in it. So we don't need to add anything to this. Oh, you can add pepper if you want to. Let's watch here, KK. All right, let's see. See how it kind of stays together? Right there? Okay, so that's kind of the consistency that you want it. That will just kind of give you an idea of how thick you want these. You don't want them so thick that you'd have to roll them out by hand. You want it so they drop from the spoon. And so we'll just let that oil get good and hot over there. And then we'll drop these in and see how they do. Okay, y'all, we're ready. All right, now see that spoonful? Ooh, look, that's perfect. perfect. That is perfect. See, it kind of keeps its shape once you drop it in there. Oh, yum. Y'all, I had just about forgotten about Squash Fritters, and we celebrated James's birthday yesterday. That's Colin's daddy. And this was one of the things he asked for, Squash Fritters. And I thought, oh my goodness, we'll make some of those. Start turning these over. Y'all, that grease was probably maybe a little too hot, so turn your temperature down even more.
Well, we were talking.
Yeah, because these will be nice and crispy, but you kind of want them like a golden brown, not this brown, but they'll be good. Okay, now we'll just let them cook on that side for a minute. Okay. All right, y'all, these are done. And I'm going to take them up, let them drain here on this paper towel, and then we'll do another batch. See, that one is perfect. Okay, y'all, these are kind of like pancakes. The first run is always a trial run. So our grease is not quite so hot this time. So by now, I've turned it down to 5, y'all. So we want these to cook a little bit slower and be that pretty golden brown. Okay, they smell good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, they do. Okay, we're going to get every smidgen here. Whew. Okay, we'll let them cook and then we'll turn them in just a minute. Y'all, it's been about a minute. So we're going to start turning these. Well, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Y'all, I'm going to tell you a secret. This is the same way you can use leftover mashed potatoes. You just put the egg in it, a little bit of flour, because of course your mashed potatoes are already thick, and you just fry them just like this, and they call potato cakes. Okay, y'all. Now see, I want to show you something. See, it's used all of that oil that was in there. So that's why you don't want to put a lot, because then they'll be kind of greasy if you do. So just cover the bottom of your pan with oil and let it get hot. Oh my goodness. Oh, perfect. All right, we're just gonna let these drain a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I want to show you now what these things look like on the inside. And KK and I have already taste tested them, and y'all, they are delicious. This makes a good side dish, and it goes with any meal. So they're very easy to make. You saw how we did it, and just whipped them up in no time, fried them, and they're ready to go. So to me, summer just screams squash, because that's one of the first vegetables that comes in, and it is plentiful. So when we think of summer, we think of a whole lot of things. Children are out of school, and vacations have started. And I don't know about y'all, but we always visited our grandparents during the summer. And so that is one thing that I started with my grandchildren. So Hannah, who is my oldest grandson, who now has children of his own, would always come and visit us during the summer. And so I was getting ready to leave to take him to switch off with his other grandmother that lives, I don't know, 20, 30 miles down the road, because we were splitting the time together. So KK and I took him in. We went to eat pizza before we took him to his grandmother's. Well, we went in, we ordered our pizza, we got it on the table. Y'all, Hannah always wanted to go to the bathroom. So I guess he liked the soap dispensers. I don't know, whatever it was. But y'all, he went to the bathroom, and when he closed the door, it locked behind him. Well, when he got ready to come out, he started knocking on the door. let me out. And so we jumped up and we ran to the door. Well, we couldn't get it open. So KK told the lady at the restaurant, she said, we need a key to this door. The lady said, I'm sorry, we don't have a key to that bathroom door. Well, Hunter heard that, and he started screaming, and he panicked, and he said, I'm gonna die in here. Y'all, I'm gonna die in here. Well, by this time, half the restaurant, y'all, is involved. So it was quite a scene. I don't even remember how we got that door open, but y'all, we did. He was a nervous wreck. He came out, he sat down, and of course, we didn't eat much pizza for the rest of that time. We got in the car, and he sat very quiet. We were headed down the road to meet the other grandmother, and all of a sudden, he looked at me. He said, Mimi, the next time I come, can we please have pizza delivered to the house? I didn't even know how to do that, y'all. But anyway, it was quite a time. So we always laugh about that. Y'all, I hope you have a good rest of the week. Make some summer memories and enjoy your family this time of year. And everybody remember, shine for Jesus.